Welcome to AeES Endurance Series Season 2 interview segment. I'm your host, Zachary Moselle. Today, we'll be talking to
Ayman Aqeem.
It's really great to see you again. I mean, it's been quite a while. I can't believe it. It felt like yesterday in here, right? And all of a sudden, we're in season 2. My man, you have done extremely well, I must say. Now, as expected, we put a lot of pressure on you, but I know for you, you never feel the pressure. All right, in round
Thank you
one,
so much. I know that the pressure is still there actually. So
but then I would say that you did a fabulous job in trying to hide it. But anyway, in round one you came in first. In round two you came in first. In round three you came in fifth. All right. I think first question to you is, how was round one?
if I'll be fair, if Sepang, so it's my home track. Um, I mean I've been driving there for years and years now, even competing in the highest level, which is the WTCR Grand Final, which is in 2019. So I have to fight against the best. So um, how to gauge it? Well, simple as if I don't come in first, aside from the race three where I had a puncture, well, I wouldn't be satisfied with it. So can say I've done a good job, but sadly the race three, unfortunate things happen where people seem to lack of care of the pedal in the middle of it. They don't seem to press it. I don't know why, and just ruin my races over there.
Oops. And looking at the way you all are racing right now with our new camera shots, we can really like go up to the bumper to bumper at the scene and realize there's not much space to maneuver. So yes, that little foot pedal in the center known as the brakes is very very crucial in situations like.
Yeah, which is why I was kind of, to be honest, I was kind of pissed at race three because the incident was very avoidable. Because one thing I was trying to do is that I was trying to save my tire, and knowing that the front wheel drive car, it takes a lot of load, especially in the front, because that's where you accelerate, that's where you brake, that's where you turn. It's doing all tasks in one. Like just that two tires in the front, and all of a sudden this guy just bumped into me, smacked me sideways. I need to save it by throttling it on the corner. And as I know, before I was entering the pit, like what, 300 meters before the pit lane, my tire just punctured and I can't stop. So I mean, I've done the same thing in race two. Nobody hits me. We get clean. We even fought in the pit lane with Francis Angelo Gonzalez. Literally, our virtual pit crew were fighting in the pit lane. I was like, I'm looking back at the race, like, oh man. I'm looking at my own replay. I said, yeah, I knew that my pit crew works faster than him. But the thing is, I made the same thing in race two, and it went well. And race three, just because one person didn't, decided not to use the brake, and that's it. It's ruined my race. Simple as that.
Newbies who just joined our season 2, who I think kind of forgot that there was penalty points, and they got shocked while they're racing down, and all of a sudden their car been teleported back in the garage. You say, hey,
And
what happened?
yeah, that's one thing as well. There seems to forgot penalty point. I mean, yeah, we know that TCR has a tendency to bumping is racing and rubbing bumper and stuff, but people still need to remember that there is a penalty point. And the worst thing of penalty point is that even if you are the victim, you're getting the point. So even if you're the one who being hit, you gotta be the one who get the point, as well as the person who the offending car. So people seem to forget in the AES that there is a thing called penalty point, and they still act like, oh, there is no penalty point. Let's push other people out. Like, I was kind of surprised that on my own, that race three, I had about 30 out of 40. And imagine it takes three more hit from any one of that to disqualify me. Three, because one hit is 4 point. Do the math. 4, 4, 4. 4, 4, 38. And let's say another 4, that's a 42. Bye bye. I wouldn't even score any point for that.
It is the stressful bit, like for seasoned drivers such as yourself. I feel these penalty points does help to develop your situational awareness, but it's kind of frustrating when you have a new person coming in and they just drive with no due care or something like that. And here you are driving, and here you got to avoid that guy. You got to look at your tires. You got to look at the situation at hand.
Yeah.
A stressful bit lah. Well, yeah, I mean, I've heard from other race drivers also. You know, some never even complete. Why? Just going off the blocks. One car comes in and swoops it off, and next thing you know, they're out of the race.
You know, I
Um,
mean, if for drivers like seasoned driver like me, Alif, Nabil, or even Ayman Haziq, you know, they know what's on the line. You know, they know what to do when they are being in a situation where they can't fight for it, and they know the points are gonna rack up and just takes one more hit to disqualify them. For the front runners, they know what's the risk. So sometimes if they are being challenged, they're just like, okay, there's no point for me. I just want to get the points. You know, points are important right now. You know, points are literally money. You don't want to get disqualified in the last lap and lose literally all the money. That wouldn't be wise, right?
yeah.
But for some people, they don't know that the fact that how many people are having the penalty points in front. So they act like, oh, it's the end of the race. Probably you accumulate a lot of points due to coming back from behind. And you came into the front. Oh, let's just give a bound on this guy. And that's it.
So
Yeah.
now my next question to you: have you been having sleepless nights, thinking very hard on what car or what track will be giving you? I know some of them are having nightmares.
Mm,
They try and squeeze us now. They try and squeeze us.
am I allowed to say this? Because I would say I have a sleepless night, but not about AES. It was about E1 Championship.
It's fine.
It's because okay, it's okay because you say that I'm sleepless because of AES. Because but well, the thing is that E1 Championship is gonna happen like tomorrow, so
Okay,
it's
I know
like
you practice. Yeah. What can AES bring to the game to make it more challenging for you?
the mystery circuit itself is a good idea already. Although if I were to say it honestly, frankly, I don't really agree on the car changes
Okay.
because people were trying to adapt to the car.
Mm-mm.
As in, like the first round, you're driving a TCR. I mean, I'm not so sure what you're gonna drive in the second round. That's one thing. But if you were to tell us early that people will drive the same car, okay, at least people can drive on a random circuit. It's like, oh, I'll maybe just pick this one today. Roll a dice. Okay, this car, so that they knew what to expect on the next round. At least they know the car already. So your
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
least that you don't want is that people to learn the car. I mean, for some of the drivers, like those experienced drivers, they know how to handle it. But the newbies, well, it's going to be a struggle for them.
I want to talk to you about this guy called Skylight. What do you think of his racing capabilities?
I just raced with him a few days ago in the RTCC, which is another championship hosted by Race Room. It's based in German. I knew that it's always gonna be quite a good touring car drivers because in order to drive a touring car is different than driving like a GD3 or single seater or something. So I knew that Skylight is gonna be one of the major threats if he able to step up his game. And yeah, for sure, as well as Alif, he's also one of the fast guys as well. So, but for your question about Skylight, I was kind of expect that he was going to win the race 3 in a way because he got disqualified in race 2, so which puts him starting at the front of race 3. So by that point, if I were to start behind, even without the accident, it will be a I don't know. I need to climb a Mount Everest twice just to catch on him. So
Hey, but you're Tadashi, Ayman Aqeem, Triple A. So there's more pressure on you. We expect more from you.
I mean, obviously I'll give a try. I gotta chase it to the end, but you know, if realistically speaking, knowing that I raced with him before, so I knew how he plays in the touring car. So yeah, that's why I say from my what I can able to analyze from him. I mean, you can see in the race one that he jumped from P5 to P3 and challenging one of the fastest in Asia, Alif Hamilton. Yeah, so that shows if he knows how to up his game a little bit, maybe he can, see a wheel-to-wheel battle.
So will we see you, sir, this weekend for the Mystery Circuit Challenge?
If I can win it, early birthday present.
Just remind me,
Adele-
I just sing a birthday song for you. I did that in season 1 for someone else.
It's a bit too early for now. But on a Sunday later, yeah, okay.
I will keep the promise. I will sing a birthday. I'll try and coax Dennis into singing a birthday song for you. Just let
Maybe
me know
you should do a Zoom after the race.
After the race, we can. If you win, we'll sing. If we don't win, we try. I will also sing. It's up to you. If you want us to sing, we'll sing.
Sure thing.
Okay, that's a promise. It was a pleasure to meet up and speak with you. And all the best to your race tomorrow. But also, the promise. I'll keep a promise. So we'll see you this Sunday then.
All right, sure.
All right.
Cheers.